Morning, Chelsea fans. You wake up to the news that it looks as though Chelsea's interest in Erling Haaland has stalled. More on that in just a second. Romelu Lukaku is back on the radar as the main target with a €100 million bid, plus Marcos Alonso rejected. But could we have the answer to our striking problem within our ranks already? Going to discuss this on this particular video. If this is your first time here, welcome along. Let's get cracking. So Chelsea fans, you've got to forgive me. As I say, I've got a 2-month-old baby. I work full time. I tried to give my wife a break when I finish work because she's had him all day. And trying to get a video done is a little bit difficult at the moment. So hopefully it will improve. There will be a couple of videos a week. And I do appreciate every single one of you for being here. And for those regulars that have been with me throughout the journey, thank you. Anyway, to the news. And I just want to start by talking about the last couple of videos that I've done on my channel and the fact that some people are saying that I'm negative, that my content is negative these days and they've unsubscribed. Well, that's down to you. I think what everybody will know that subscribes to my channel and watches my videos is that I try to be as realistic as possible, and I'm not someone that's going to jump on the hype train, that's going to get carried away with all these ridiculous rumours and reports that go around, because it's silly season. The transfer windows are silly season, and they always have been ever since Roman Abramovich turned up and bought Chelsea and ploughed a lot of money into Chelsea's squad. Every single summer we see a number of different people being linked with Chelsea that is just simply not true or just doesn't materialise, and you'll learn over time that you just have to separate the nonsense from what seems to be legitimate. Chelsea's interest in Erling Haaland is legitimate. Do I want Chelsea to sign Erling Haaland? Of course I do. 100%, without any question of a doubt. The problem is the finances involved and the fact that his agent and his dad wants a cut of over 25% of the value. And we're seeing reports last week that £130 million will be offered to Borussia Dortmund with 20 million in add-ons, and that his dad and his agent combined want 40 million euros, which is just a complete joke. And I said at the time that I didn't think Chelsea would want to deal with the agent and pay that amount of money. That's just me being realistic. It's not being me being negative. It's just talking about the fact that the figures involved are just scandalous. It seems as though Dortmund would not accept even 150 million euros. It's going to cost more than that. And I think the fact that it seems to have stalled, the general opinion that we've got is that things seem to have stalled at the moment with Haaland. Because if you think you're looking at 175, maybe 200 million, plus £350,000 a week, plus the money to the agent, it's an extortionate amount of money. Whereas next summer, there will be a complete bidding war. Well, I say bidding war, people just go and bid and get his release fee, and it's then down to him to have a selection of maybe 5, 6, 7 different options next summer. I said at the time, with Jadon Sancho leaving Dortmund, that I can't see Dortmund being willing to sell both their prized assets in Sancho and Haaland in the same summer. That's just me being realistic. It's not being me being negative, being realistic. For those of you that unsubscribed, well, you're not even watching this video because you don't subscribe to me anymore. But 1,000 more people have joined this particular channel as subscribers, and I thank you for that. So it seems as though Chelsea's focus on Haaland is still remaining there. Obviously, there's still an interest in Haaland, but not at the money being quoted. So we saw yesterday breaking news that Chelsea have turned to Romelu Lukaku. Now, Matt Law broke the news. He broke the news on the Telegraph, and he basically stated that Lukaku was back on Chelsea's wish list as the main option. Now Haaland has stalled. And there's been all sorts of reports over the last 24 hours that Chelsea have made 2 bids for Lukaku in recent days that have both been rejected. The last of those bids was being touted and reported by Fabrizio Romano last night, saying Inter have received an approach from Chelsea for Romelu Lukaku. Bid around 100 million euros, including Marcos Alonso, who wasn't part of the team and the squad that played Arsenal the other day, as part of the negotiation. Inter board have turned down the proposal as they want to keep Lukaku. They've always considered Romelu as untouchable. Money talks. You have to say money talks. And you have to wonder how Chelsea are going to approach this now. Now,
The Daily Mail are reporting it's an £88 million bid plus Marcos Alonso, and saying that Thomas Tuchel is struggling in his bid to find a brand new striker. But I'm not so sure on that. And the reason I say that I'm not so sure is because I believe we've already got the answer within our ranks, and that's Kai Havertz. Let's talk about Lukaku just for a second, a little bit longer, and then we get on to Havertz. But Lukaku is proven. Wherever he's gone, he's proven that he scores goals. I still think he needs to develop the physical side of his game and hold the ball up better and be better in the air, as with Tammy Abraham. I don't think Lukaku does anywhere near enough in the air that he should do, for example, as Drogba did. He's a massive presence, he's a strong, sturdy bloke, and he just doesn't do enough in the air for me. Anyway, the fact that he scores goals, and he's been proven to score goals time and time again, no matter where he goes, he is someone that would come in at Chelsea and just hit the ground running. He's someone that guarantees you goals, and I understand Chelsea's approach for Lukaku. Now, what's been interesting is the fact that Inter have rejected 2 bids, €100 million plus Alonso. Will Chelsea now go in and offer more money? Inter will be well aware of the fact that Chelsea were prepared to offer 130 million plus 20 million add-ons for Haaland. Will they be looking for the same amount for Lukaku? And is Lukaku worth that amount of money? Now, what's interesting is Harry Kane. The Harry Kane situation at Tottenham. He's failed to report for training yesterday. Uproar amongst the Tottenham fans and all the Tottenham followers. But you have to sort of take a step back and expect that's probably what was going to happen. He's obviously trying to force a move away. Daniel Levy and Tottenham are probably saying no, it's not going to happen. And he's being advised by whoever is interested in trying to sign him to just step away from training and try and force a move. Is Chelsea part of that negotiation with Harry Kane? I hope they are. Because if he can give us 2-3 seasons banging in 20-30 goals a season, title's ours. Simple as that. Man City have put all their eggs in one basket, it seems, with Jack Grealish. Are they going to go in for Harry Kane as well? Man United have reportedly got Harry Kane as a potential target next season. So will Chelsea look at Harry Kane as well as Lukaku now that Haaland's stalled, seeing Lukaku's bids have been rejected, and will they go after Kane? I hope they go after any of them. I hope they sign any of them, any of those 3 of them. But if they don't, it's not the end of the world. And the reason it's not the end of the world is because of Kai Havertz. Now, look at his goal against Arsenal the other day. Playing, pushed up, further forward, took it with aplomb. Right foot is not his natural foot. Right foot, top corner, no messing about. Champions League final shows great composure to go around the keeper and slot the ball home. Kai Havertz in the pushed up for Chelsea in that forward role is someone that will score you goals this season. Whether he can do it to the tune of 15, 20 in a season, I believe that he probably would, if I'm being honest with you. Timo Werner needs to improve, obviously. There's times against the Arsenal, he got in down the left-hand side and toe punted the ball into the side netting rather than go across goal and be clinical. But he'll hopefully improve that side of the game this season. But is Kai Havertz someone that we should seriously now consider looking at as one of our strikers? Thomas Tuchel has spoken recently of the fact that there's a space opened up in midfield, and I fully expect Chelsea to go all guns blazing for Declan Rice. That's what I think Chelsea are going to do now. They're going to look at the situation with Kai Havertz as an option up front. If they can't get Lukaku, they can't get Kane or Haaland, they'll push up Kai Havertz and they'll look to really invest in Declan Rice to the tune of maybe 100 million. There's going to be Chelsea players that are outgoing, the loanees that have come back, and we've seen the last couple of days, or the last couple of games, I should say, pre-season, Bournemouth, and obviously the Arsenal game. Plenty of changes, players coming back after their break from the Euros, and I expect plenty of movement out of the club. Bakayoko is being linked with Juventus now, which is interesting. Ross Barkley, I can see Barkley going, I can see Zappacosta, a whole host of players going. So there will be transfer funds for Chelsea to go and splurge again. Will they splurge silly money on Haaland? Will they go 120, 130 million on Lukaku? Will they do the same? Harry Kane, if they can't get the first 2? And will they just decide we're going to stick the Kai Havertz up as the option with Werner and Tammy Abraham and invest in Declan Rice to the tune of 100, 120 million? That's what I think is going to happen realistically, but that's just me talking. This video is totally uncut. I'm trying to get this done early. I started this video at 6:30 this morning, trying to get it done before I start work. just trying to get content out there for you guys, realistic content. And I mean, talk of Tammy Abraham going, let's get into that. Being linked with a move away, 40 million to the Arsenal. West Ham were interested, but apparently doesn't want to go there. Why would we sell Tammy Abraham? If Tammy is quite happy to stay and fight for his place alongside Werner and Kai Havertz up front, then go for it. No need to sell Tammy. Keep hold of him. I know Amanda Braha has just signed a new deal, but expect him to go out on loan. Conor Gallagher's obviously gone out to Palace. Be a good move for him under Patrick Vieira and his revolution over there in South London. And as I say, it's just, I think we got options. Kai Havertz, Werner and Abraham up top. Bring somebody else in the middle of midfield. Don't forget Efan Ampadu's return. Loftus-Cheek's looked busy in his pre-season games. Can he force his way in? Or will we see Chelsea go out and sign Declan Rice? That's it for this video, guys. Hopefully, it's realistic. It doesn't come across as negative. And that's all it's ever been about in my channel. It's just realistic. No fluff, no faff, no gumph. It's just my honest opinion on what I think's happening. And I'm not going to jump on the bandwagon and just put content out every single day about every single rumour that applies or we see on social media or in the media itself, because half of it, 3/4 of it, is just poppycocks, absolute nonsense. So hopefully you've enjoyed my video this morning. If you have, drop a like on it, as many of you as possible, and I really do appreciate you doing so. Once you've done that, if you haven't yet, and this is your first time here, thank you for watching the video. Subscribe to the channel, but also make sure you hit the bell for notifications. You're notified when my videos come out. And then if you like to support the channel and become a channel member for just £1 a month, then check out the membership option. To all the members that have paid for the Q&A, there will be a Q&A coming up this week. Stay tuned. I'll post it up on my community tab to you guys, the Q&A members, and we'll get a video done. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think about what's been discussed in the video, and make sure, drop a like, subscribe. See you next time.